With the first pick. With the second pick. With the third pick. With the fourth pick.
Crashing the boards.
Select.
Welcome to a special edition of Crashing the Boards. Our first ever guest. We're going to spend 15 minutes with Jordan Burns, Colgate graduate. Just finished up a great career at Colgate. We're really happy for you, Jordan. Hey, man, thanks so much for coming on.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
For sure. There's like a million questions we'd like to ask, but we want to keep it short. So we're going to ask a few. We're going to start with basically just your high school career and recruitment process. Like at what point in your life did you realize like you wanted to play basketball at the next level, at the collegiate level? And was it always basketball for you?
No, I was a football player pretty much my whole life, since I was young, about 5-6 years old. I played football. It wasn't until probably after my freshman year of playing basketball where I decided that, basketball was going to be the route that I chose. I played football and basketball that year and kind of got to decide after, playing 1 year of high school. In my recruitment process, basically early on, my sophomore year, I actually led our district in scoring. So, I actually got, quite a bit of interest at that time. And, I believed that, I was going to be a high major guy. I had some interest from like Northwestern and SMU, places like that. So, I thought I was going to go that route. As time kind of went, my high school years, we got better. But, my stats kind of went down in terms of scoring. And so when that happened, I lost kind of a little bit of recruitment. And, as time went on, I was able to find Colgate, luckily. They gave me an offer. Them in Midwestern State. I originally committed to Midwestern State, and then I decided to decommit and actually go to Colgate, and had a pretty great career there. So,
what was it about Colgate that drew you in, made you want to go there?
Really, it was just the fact that it was D1. I feel like I had to give myself a chance to play at that level. And that was like the biggest thing for me. I think that going D2 is something that I knew that I could play D2. I knew I'd be, a top guy there easily. But D1, I feel like, it was a challenge. And being the kid that I was ready for the challenge. I felt like going there, even though it was a big culture shock, I knew I was going to have to go to prep school, for my grades and things like that. But, I knew it was something that, was probably going to make me, a better person down the line and put me in a better position. And, it did, thank God. So.
Yeah, for sure. And Jordan, I know in the Patriot League with Coach Lango and all the guys, you had some pretty crazy games that you guys were in. What were some of your favorite moments, if you could pick like probably 3 moments out from your college career?
3 moments. Man, I say the first championship in 2018, that year, 2018, 2019, going to the tournament. That was nice. That was, the first kind of my step onto the national stage. So that was nice. I say probably the game where I had 40 in Green Bay my junior year. That was nice. And then I don't know if I could really pick a moment from this season, but this season was just so different, being able to play back-to-backs and things, and having, a considerable amount of time to prepare for teams, but also having to play them twice at the end of the week. It was just special, being able to do it with the group of guys we had. I think this year was the best group of guys, that I've had in terms of how deep we were. And so, this whole year was just amazing. So.
Yeah, for sure. And with COVID especially, like kind of how did that play a role? You guys have had a lot of continuity with that program, which probably plays to your advantage as opposed to some schools that have guys rotating in and out. How did COVID affect you guys, and how did you kind of overcome that overall?
Yeah, I think our coach, he just continued to preach, to control what we can control. And I think that was something that was big for us just because, we actually didn't have a lot of stoppages due to COVID in terms of, internally. A lot of things and a lot of games that were canceled were due to the other team, having false positives or positive tests. So, for us, it was kind of just, continue to keep your head up, make sure that, we don't get lackadaisical. We only lost one game. So, coming down to the end, obviously you want to make sure that you don't end up losing another game towards the end. So that was a big thing for us, trying to stay as consistent as possible, especially when your games get canceled at the end of the week and spent the last 5 days trying to prepare. So I think those things, just trying to stay consistent, that was big for us. Obviously we had to quarantine in different places, going to different hotels around Hamilton, trying to not having like cars, not being able to move around and things. So you couldn't go in the gym extra times when you wanted to, like, most people around the country and stuff like that. So we had a little bit of restrictions, but I think, the way coach kind of made us approach this season helped us all, in the end. And we were able to obviously go to the NCAA tournament again. So.
It's big time, man. That's awesome. Hey, so at what point in your college career, we asked it about high school, but what point in your college career did you start to realize like you're a baller, man? Like you might be able to play at the next level. And was there a certain point, or was it just always kind of the plan, and that was your focus as you developed as a player?
Yeah, I think for me, I've always been a confident guy. When I decided to go, to Colgate, I believed in my mind truly that I was an NBA player. So as as wild as weird as that sounds, especially a guy who had one offer and didn't step onto the national stage as at any point during my high school career. I always believed I was better than the guys who had the shot. I just needed an opportunity to show it. I feel like I worked incredibly hard. I knew there was nobody in the country that really could match what I stand for, and where I come from, with my family background and everything like that. I feel like I just had an upper hand. I feel like I just needed to be able to show everybody that I was that good. So yeah, I believe, that I was an NBA guy, but I think I really stepped onto that stage my sophomore year, before actually the tournament actually happened. Before I got hurt my first 6 games in conference, I was kind of on the road to being the player of the year my sophomore year, which a lot of people don't know. And I got hurt for 5 games. And so that kind of set me back a little bit. But before that injury, I kind of felt like, I was ready to go. I was becoming, who I needed to be. And I was, knew that I wasn't going to leave that year, but I knew that I was getting close. And after that, I was able to get right. And obviously now I'm here. So.
Yeah, and to that point, family has always been super important to you, and I know that. How has your support system kind of helped you as you prepare for the draft, and what have you been doing to get ready for that process and that big step that's coming up for you?
Yeah. So right now I'm in Dallas, Texas. Right now I'm training with Tim Martin for the draft. So, getting ready that way. And yeah, my support group, my family and stuff have been, really great to me. They've understood, throughout every step of the process, kind of what happens. Obviously, they love to see me, love for me to be around. And, I go to school in New York for the past 5 years. So we're in New York and Connecticut for the past 5. So I think, they've just constantly, they call me all the time, tell me, how proud they are of me, and just to keep working, never settle, never feel like, you've done enough, because, you can always get better every single day. So I think that's the biggest thing for me is just continue to try to make sure I get better. And, my supporting cast has continued to help me, stay focused on, the job at hand.
That's awesome, man. So, all right, let's do a hypothetical here. So your phone rings and it's an NBA front office. Let's say it doesn't matter. Let's say it's the Celtics, right? Celtics call and they're like, Jordan, tell us who you are. Tell us what kind of player you are and what you're going to bring to our organization. What do you say?
I said I'm a gritty guy. I think I come in, I bring a positive energy, but also a hard work mentality. I think, I'm a guy that when I step in, I kind of change the order in the room. I feel like I try to always, affect the people around me positively. I think that's big. And then type of guy I am, or type of player I am, I think is, somebody who's going to come in, direct your team. I never really have an ego. I don't really care who gets, the praise for anything. I just want to win. I'm a guy who comes in and I want to do a job and I want to win. That's something that I really hate to lose more than I love to win. I feel like so. I think that's something that I bring to the table. I'm always gonna work. I'm always gonna be the guy in the gym. First one in the gym, last one to leave. I try to just bring that mentality everywhere I go, and I feel like that becomes contagious when you're on the team, and it can lead to championships. So.
I love that, man. I love that. So guys like Jordan and I, we get to sit in front of our computers. We get to talk about different prospects all the time. And a lot of times we don't get the feedback from the prospect, from the athlete. Right. And so I want to give you a chance. You said before we started here that you watched our evaluation of you. I'm going to give you a chance for any rebuttals, anything you saw in there that you don't agree with. I want to hear it. I want people to know I'm not afraid. I want to hear from you.
Yeah, no. For me, honestly, I don't really even have, any suggestions for you because, it's an evaluation from what you see. And
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys even, putting me in the conversation because y'all don't have to do that. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that you guys, have, broke down my game to a science like that. I think you guys think of very unique ways to kind of evaluate guys and figure out how guys would fit in the NBA. So I appreciate, you guys having that. And I don't really have any rebuttals. I'm thankful for, you guys taking time to, address my game. So.
For sure.
Jordan, that's not the answer I expected. Like now I think I'm blushing a little bit. Like, come on.
Well, and then it's really a blast to watch you play because you can tell that you play with that chip on your shoulder. You can do a little bit of everything and that you can lead an offense. You can play off the ball. Your shot has really come a long way. You're a really good shooter at this point. And the leadership that really just shows. I mean, what the coach says about you, what you say about you, what your teammates say about you, even on the court, you can tell. So I think that Colgate was definitely the right choice and that you helped Colgate just as much as Colgate helped you throughout those 4 or 5 years.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, man. So we're getting close to 15 minutes if we're not over it already. Like I said, I'd love to talk to you all night, but want to be respectful of your time, let you go get ready for the draft. But we got a couple questions for you, some rapid fire. So here we go. Rapid fire with Jordan Burns. We'll start with this. Game day shoes.
Game day shoes, Curry 8, man. Gold with the white.
All
Yeah,
right.
favorite player of all time.
Of all time. Oh, probably CP3. That's been my guy forever.
All right. Player that you think you play the most like.
Play the most like. I think Dame. Is a little bit bigger. He kind of does some of
Evan said that same thing. He was like, not to completely compare them, but he pulled up the numbers and everything and was like, this reminds me of Dame. So that's really interesting.
But that's about it.
Yeah. Pre-game meal. Do you have a go-to before you go play?
We always eat. It's like chicken crusted pasta from the little clubhouse by our gym. So yeah.
All right. Favorite video game of all time.
Oh, all time. I think I'm gonna go back NBA Live 10. I want to say it was the White House cover. That was my game for real. I was an NBA Live guy. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right. Favorite music artist.
NBA Street Volume 3 too. Them two.
That's fair.
Like it.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. Favorite music artist, rap, R&B, soul, whatever genre.
Right now, Man, J. Cole just dropped. So, I'm big on J. Cole right now. I'm listening to a lot of J. Cole. So I'll go, with the GOAT right now.
Yeah, I just got that J. Cole slam cover in the mail
Yeah.
today. I'm looking forward to opening that up. Last one, video game you play the most right now?
Right now, probably Cold War, Call of Duty, Cold War. So, yeah.
All right. Awesome. Hey, man, that's all we got for you. We're so pumped that you joined us. And honestly, and I said it in the actual show last week, like, so excited for you. Excited to see you at the next level. I don't care where it is. I'm a Jordan Burns fan and always will be.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Jordan Burns, everybody. Catch us next time on Crashing the Boards. Until then, stay right, stay real. God bless.
With the first pick. With the second pick.